So go right ahead. What questions do you have today?
I was going to ask if you're covering questions that we should have done, I guess, as pre-work before this week's class, or are you trying to just keep topics to what we've had prior to this week's class?
Free
Doesn't
for all.
matter.
Doesn't matter.
Okay. Well, then I was going to ask you maybe to just go through a normal random variable like mu,
Okay. Wait.
because I was reviewing that in the pre-work, but would be kind of nice to see a couple examples.
Okay. You mean like this? Norm distributed that has a mu and a standard
Mhm.
deviation. Okay.
Right.
So let me think. You're having questions trying to understand what is, or it's a question or like examples. So I'm trying to get like what's the question here.
Maybe a little bit of both, just because it was a newer concept and we haven't really covered it yet. I just wanted to get familiar with it. Um,
Okay.
but yeah, if you have an example of it, that would be great for
I
prep.
th- Height, for example, is I think a nice example. So let me see if I can find a graph that can help. A picture, a picture, a picture. Really. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. So I think the more classroom example is height, just how tall someone is. So for example, you can say that a human height in the United States is a random, not random variable. Let's say height, which is my height, follows a distribution with mean. Oh, this is where you know I'm not American. I don't know inches. Give me a second. Centimeters to inches. So how much is 175? Okay, so around 68 inches. This is mu with a standard deviation. How much is standard deviation for humans? I don't know, like 20 inches maybe. So this is what's saying. Let me find this. Here. This is basically saying the way you usually write this is da-da-da-da, with I'm missing a letter. Normally distributed with mu and standard deviation. Come on, I find it out. You write it like this. So this is the only thing it's saying is human height. These are created numbers by me, but like I think they're kind of right. Distributes itself normally with a mu or a mean, if you want to call it, of 68 inches and a standard deviation of 20, which basically just means the following. So if you plot and you ask people around their height, they're gonna tell you something that really looks like this, like a Gaussian distribution, where the mean is gonna be 68 and the standard deviations. I'm missing one. Yeah, I'm missing one. There you go. So this is plus one standard deviation, minus one standard deviation, minus two standard deviations, minus three standard deviations, plus two, and plus three. Which basically means, also mean, so 68 plus one standard deviation, given that we said it's 20, this would be 88, this would be, oops, sorry, 1, 108, and this, oh, what's going on with my pen? This 108, and this will be 128. And the same way backwards. So there you go. This will be minus 20, so 48. Minus 20, well, maybe the 20 is not too big of a standard deviation, but like 28, and this is somehow if someone is 8 inches. That's the distribution. So that's what it means by a normal random variable. It's just a random variable that its distribution, the data, follows a normal distribution, which has two main components, the mean and the standard deviation. Okay? And that's how you usually use it. So the Gaussian distribution follows, let's see if I can put the picture. Normal distribution graph. Here it is. So usually a normal distribution follows these. So you have the bell shape, you have the mean, you have mu, and you have mu plus 1. I'll do the same to the other way. As you may note, I'm not a great drawing, but it's useful. So this is mu plus one of these, mu plus 2 standard deviations, and mu plus 3 standard deviations. And then this is mu minus 1 standard deviation, mu minus 2, and mu minus 3. And what's interesting about this is this shaded area here is the same as this. It's symmetric. So, and that's about in percentage terms 34 or something. I don't know if you're gonna see with this level of detail. I'll just add it if you need to stop me. And that's the same for the rest. They're also similar. So this one is similar to this one. And this one, wait, not the thing I want to do. This is similar to this. And if I remember correctly, that's 13.6-ish. And the small one is like 2.4% or something. That's it. Does it make sense? Is it? Yeah.
Yeah, that does. Okay.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Happy to. Any more questions? I'll move things here. It's better. Da-da-da-da.
Can you also send a screenshot of the both graphs?
Yeah, I always submit all of the PDFs from like this file. It's
Okay,
in the office hours notes just below the video. It should be.
perfect. Thank you.
No worries.
Anybody else have questions? Generally, do you feel like most of our exams are going to be content that's covered in the professor's classes and modules, or do we also see some things in the textbook that we might not see covered as much during class?
I don't think Professor Messi would ask anything that he didn't cover in class, but I think the textbook helps a lot with practice and stuff,
Yeah.
like
Okay.
just getting comfortable with the concepts or like being able to answer in a more speedy way. It's always helpful. But like, yeah, no, he's not gonna trick you with with something that he hasn't teach you.
Yeah, because I noticed the textbook goes a little bit deeper in some of the concepts. So,
Oh yeah, yeah.
do you have any sample questions you think would be good to go over?
Depends what you want. I can create always a question. I don't have new questions for you. Everything is probably you have it. But if you have a topic you want to double click on, or like this is the hour is just free questions for anything you want. Like for example, if you have questions related to you saw portfolio optimization last week, right? So if you
Say
have
that one
questions,
more time.
do you work on portfolio optimization this past weekend? I think maybe.
Which one?
No, that's
Portfolio.
not due until next week, I think, right?
Ah, okay. Just checking.
No, the winery case was due
Yeah,
this week.
the winery case was yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
Okay, you just scared me.
Yeah, that
yeah.
was the only one so far.
No, no, I was asking if you work, I meant like the class was about portfolio optimization, right? I think I saw the video. Let me check. October 24. Ah, this is this week. Never mind. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I think it's like something that's due in class, like in person, right? That we're
Ah,
gonna
yeah.
collaborate on.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
true.
cool.
I think timing wise, it's maybe a interesting time because we haven't gone to class yet. So we don't really have any new review stuff. And then I think we finished all of the last few sessions.
I
But if
agree.
anything new that anyone wants to ask.
I'll still be here, just sipping tea until a question appears.
Is it too early to talk about the Freemark Abbey? Has everyone submitted it?
If you have questions about it, I don't see a problem about it because
I
it's
mean, is it too early to like go through the answers so we know like what's up, or do we wait for the actual results first?
that's an actual good question. Can I show you the answers? You don't have the answers, right?
No, we don't have the answers. So I noticed that the due date changed from the 20th to the 21st. But today is the 22nd, so I'm assuming like
Yeah, that's probably
everyone
because
submitted it. So
spoiler fell.
we,
Yeah, I agree. Okay, let's see. I'll show you. Do you have a specific part of the framework, Abby, you wanna double check it? I think I have it all.
yeah, just like go through the questions after the decision tree, essentially like what we had to do on our own, like as a group, I guess, not in class.
Okay.
So I can
Ah,
sleep
the
on
second, the
tonight.
information, value of information, maybe?
Say again?
Value of information, those questions?
Yeah, so the value of information and then which decisions, well, yeah, I guess 7 and 8 mostly.
Okay. Let me
Thank you.
put on the screen. Whoop. There we go. Okay, let me get this here. So, framework Abby should be this one, right? Yeah, question 6. Missing question 7 and okay. So let's do here question 7. Let me open this question. So this is Q4. This is music. AD wiring. That's what I'm looking for. So bum 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 ba-dum bum ba-dum. And to get the screenshot. I don't have it here, right? No. Okay, I'll read the question briefly. I'll paste it on the group chat. So chat. That's question 7, and this is question 8. Okay. So it says, and you have the tree from before. Yeah, it's perfect. Mr. Jaeger considers hiring a microbiologist. From his initial consultation with the microbiologist, Mr. Jaeger learns 2 pieces of information. First,